Okay, good afternoon. If you're in my part of the world, good day to the rest of you. And we are back up and running in a weird, slightly scary way. Um, Everything seems to be working, which concerns me greatly. Something's wrong. 1 second. I'll just bring up chat. Docs. Chat, yes. Yes, bring me the chat. Okay. Click there. Beautiful. So we're all good to go. Now, in the last episode, we had a few little fires to deal with. We went back to one mechanator after having a person turn up. We're already gazillionaires because the Empire mod is definitely not broken. As haha, my funny joke. Let's continue. Now, the other thing I was thinking too when I was watching the recording last time is I do play at 3 speed like constantly. I don't know how I don't know how many views I'm actually getting on this sort of stuff, but if you are watching this particular tidbit, let me know how you think about the pacing. Some people like it a little quicker, so action happens quicker, but I'm kind of more of a bloody fires. We better get on that pronto. Because if it lights this up, it'll actually light. You know what, I'm going to focus on getting rid of this side. Because it will light these fences up. My name is love. Oh, there we go. A little bit of rain. Beautiful. Solar flare. You love to see it. Question, why aren't they building that? Or do we not have components? That was right, that was the other thing in the last episode. I found out that I haven't had components for a while. So the next drop, which should be this morning, as the dawn, well, it's becoming night. So in the morning we should get a whole bunch of components. Interesting to see how many we get a single trip. Shingle trip. My name is Lance, and I'm the mightiest of men. Oh, the rain wasn't enough. That's wild. There, it's raining again. We're gonna need to get some colonists, I think. Problem is our old mechanator, he can't fight. And we've only got 2 of the little Rubrich, the 2 Militors that we can use. How much bandwidth has he got? Let's make 4 Militors. You know what's better than 2? 4. Like, oh no, Boomalo's gonna die! He's actually been pretty good, sitting in the background. He's been eating my farms, but we've already got way too much food. Oh yeah, 100%. We're gonna get a super weapon with a guy who can't use weapons. Yeah. Furniture. Let's have a quick look. Animal sleeping spot, turn 1 medical, and that means he'll get treated now. Animals are pretty good with diseases. Oh, can he not do medical? That would be a bugger. Yeah, he's a doctor. $12 tonight, yeah, so it's already fairly strong. So one of our guys has already walked off. I won't actually take the 2. These 2 guys, a Pyromaniac, and I think the other one had like another thing. Pyromaniacs aren't terrible, it's just at this particular stage of the colony, I actually really am a huge fan of running the colonies really small for a long time just to keep that value out. You don't realize that each of your colonists actually have like their slave value, and the more advanced they are, like he's actually worth a lot as a mechanator and an arcanite and crazy skills. Um, and that can actually spike your colony. So a super soldier can actually bring threats quicker than you should. It's definitely not helping that. And 500 gold. Oh, did we get the components? We did. We got 36 components. At least. Because I have a feeling he built some things. My name is love. Not yesterday. We're looking good. How are we looking for power? Batteries seem to be filling up pretty good. Might be worth just topping up with a secondary one. It's actually a pretty good setting for geothermal, like just right there. We are making a bunch of limestone at the moment. So what I do with geothermals is I get as close to them as possible. Actually, we might have a look at this before anyone grabs it. There we go. Oh, bugger. So you ended up with about 60 components from that one trip. That's pretty decent. You don't need a huge amount of components. I reckon we'll let it do it one more day, and then we'll just switch it back to making money or switch it back to making steel. So anyway, I go like this, do a bit of this, make sure this is stone as well, and then we make sure we don't have a roof. And so far, not a single drop pod I have ever noticed has ever gone in there to start a fight with it. And then hidden conduits, while a little bit more expensive resource-wise, always worth doing, 100%. Link that up. I'm always someone who believes maxed out power is better. I don't play or dabble too much with power, I'd rather have a ton of it. One of those set and forget things. My name is lost. Her name is lost. So he's making way too many meals at the moment, so we're gonna... Brain's turned off. Cap this guy out. Oh yeah, it's at 100, he's not gonna make any more. 100's fine. You need to have a disaster fund as well. Haven't had a single trader yet. Honestly, I should just grab one of those guys just so I had someone to talk to the traders with. Traders. Settlement is in danger. 2. I believe our defense is 1. We go into the world. Which one is it? Nanopen. My name is lost. Nanopen, no! Colonies. Nanopen has a... Colonies. Go back here, military. Designate squads. Oh, bugger. Where are we? Oh, it's got a level 2, 2 or 2. Now what we can do... Why is it only a 1? Oh, okay. So Nanopen can actually have a bigger squad. So let me buff this up a bit. So what we do is we just go to... Select a squad, town guard, and then we're going to add another one of our boom rats to it, which will get us up to around there. And then we're going to build Town Guard 2. And there we go. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're going to have to actually make a new squad. Unassigned. So we're just going to have to make another squad. New squad. We'll just put a 1. Why isn't it letting me do that? Okay. 1. And then we just put the 1 boomer right there. That should be fine. And so we'll go to Nanapan. We should change the names. Anyone's watching, you can give me names if you want. Make them funny. If I don't laugh, you don't get it. What am I doing? Military? Designate squads. Town Guard 2, so these guys can have it. But then Town Guide 1 has to go in all of the other ones. So Nanapen's actually fine. He's got a stronger squad that'll help him. Set squad 1. Because we have to... Oh, hello. Millium can actually have 2. He's set. Inlium. And Southwest. Set squad. What am I doing? Brain's turned off. Oh, I can have a 2 as well. So now we've got Town Guards 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. So you're the only town that with no level. Oh, we just had a bunch of settlements upgrade as well. Okay, colonies. Let's start from the top. How are we looking? 3 new workers, so we'll just pump that into the pre-existing group. Millennium has 0 free workers and is a 1. We'll get you upgrading because that's not good. Heome. Actually, every opportunity you get, you should be upgrading, spending all that money that we're stockpiling. That's already been upgraded. We'll upgrade this one as well. My name is. My name is. Your name is. Now, the reason why I'm taking the hit financially by not putting them on the optimum areas to go is that I can switch them to a tithe every time I'm like in trouble, and then within a couple of days. So say I had like a massive food shortage, or like a heat wave was like knocking out my freezers. I can just switch this over, and you know, within 1 to 2 days, we can replace the food really quickly. But it is a lot of food, especially as these colonies start going up in levels. They drop a lot of resources. Not against it. It's my thought is how do you spend it? And a lot of like having a huge ton of excess resources isn't terrible because then you can really exploit the crap out of the traders without actually even spending the silver. But then on top of that, you've got the silver coming in from behind, and it means that you can just strip every single trader of like really high level items, and then that high level item actually sits as a point of value, and it's only taken up 1 spot in your storage. Now we have to be very careful balancing this because Beep is already spiking the value of the colony, which means the raids are already getting bigger, quicker, and on top of that we're getting, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 silver every couple of days, and so it's shooting up basically. We have to be very, very careful of that because we might just get jumped by the Empire. You know, one of the groups that can throw a pretty sizable amount at them. Settlement's under attack. Okay. Nanapan. Oh, Nanapan's the one being attacked. So you've got that one. Put that on the mining. Beautiful. Perfect. Actually, might while we're here, start a colony. Now, with the colonies, biome is important. Each biome I've noticed seems to have different perks to it. I assume modded biomes probably are not viable for that sort of thing, or they might have a base template which they're based off, which I suspect. Settlements. Create a new colony. Ooh, it's a cool map. I need to be able to see it though, dude. Get the out of the way! There we go. So if we send a colony there, it would be there in, under a day. And then we just look at the base and then the modifier, and it will tell me like which would be the best thing to do here. So this is actually a good place for like a forge, because you got like a 2.5 there. It's its highest thing. So a weapon smith right there. Bang. And then you just, I don't know, maybe if we go a little bit further in, it will tell us something else. Weapons again, 1.75. I suppose it's because like it's in a desert and it's a testing ground. Yeah, no, the desert seems to be pretty... Oh wow. Is that better than... Oh, I just set a colony off. It is. Oh, really? Oh, that's alright. It's on a road and a river, so quicker to defend. Oh, another thing that happens as well is if you unlock the faction level for extra roads, they will start connecting all of the colonies up. Now, it is a little bit scuffed, because the roads kind of like, almost like mushroom out, and there's just way too many roads. So I think that would be something that could be tweaked a little bit, just to make it a little bit, thing. But wood is always good as a baseline colony, just to make money. Not every single one of them has to be a tithe. And then the other thing too is power generation. You can actually set up a system so it's 1 to 1, 09. Okay, 1 1 1. Mountain 0. You don't get shit. 1.8. Yeah, nothing's really jumping out at me for power. So base 0.9. So it's even worse. I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't really matter. You can use... Where's my colony? All the way over here. 1.25. Ooh, hello. The jungle seems to be good for power. Okay. Well, we'll make it look a little bit nicer. I'm trying to like pre-think of how the roads are going to spread out. So it's clear deep jungle is good for power. So we go to 1.5. I think a road connecting these three would be cool. So we'll send another caravan out. And so that's power. Medicine is another really good one. 1.25. 1.25. Out there. Medicine generation, perfect. We'll grab that one as well. So that's 3 new colonies on their way in about a day. They're good. All of this, and it's just one guy. Settlement formed. There we go. Already setting up. Now we've got the expansionist trait, so they're all starting at level 2, which is really, really solid, especially with the early game raids. They're all set up. Okay. So this was the problem with making multiple settlements is I forgot what they were doing. So that's a 1.5, 2.25. That's another thing. I think it's actually meant to have the final tab as to whether it's good or not in there, and so far I've only ever seen a 0. Unless it's waiting for like buildings to come in or something like that. But I think that would be a really good thing to update with the mod. I forget. I literally was thinking too much about like where I was going to place it. I forgot what it was. It doesn't really matter. So 2.25, 2.5, 1.6. Doesn't, yeah. Let's just throw this into, let's make this one a money. Well, that's actually a terrible place to put wood into. So we'll make it a mine. This looks like a reasonable enough mine. And then we just go to asteroid magnet. -5 happiness. 20% mining production. 4,000 is going to cost. Yeah, we don't have enough money. Bugger. We'll find something else then. Automated defense systems. Nice. Start off with the basics. Normally I put the first building down just to like as like a visual indicator as to what I want this colony to be. So we haven't got much money actually based on what I'm seeing there, so get that out of the way. Yeah, I spent a bunch. Oh, we got a mad ibex. But where? Here it comes. Where are my militors? Draft. And wait there. We'll get beep to be ready as well. Looks like he might actually come this way, so we'll wait there. Oh, perfect. There we go. So we're getting our second geothermal. They produce 3,600 watts, so pretty sizable. Big problem about putting them in a room though is they can spike the temperature in it. This can be pretty useful for like building like a giant warehouse and putting them in as like a first-rate get like a heating system. You can do just with the geothermal, like making series of pipes and vents. But it is difficult to manage, and so you either switch between being freezing because it didn't work or unnecessarily complicated is the TDLR to using geothermals as a heating source. Now, if you had the mod skylights, you can use this to actually create a greenhouse in winter zones, so it's really strong. Speaking of which, we've got a heat wave coming in. God damn it. My poor hauler bots. They're struggling. Too much crap everywhere. We should give this snake a name. Cobra. Let's call him Kai. Cobra Kai. Oh my god. It's crazy. They desert us, so do we want to piss off the Empire? We actually are really desperate to have anyone as a colonist at this point. Okay, workable. We definitely wanted that. We will piss off the Empire for that. Got a machine gun. He's also, yeah, a fighter, which is something we need. Now, if we do this right, we might get another guy. And he is insane. Fisherman, pessimist, psychically deaf, solitary. One hell of a shot if we can get him. Oh, there's two going in. Ooh, this could be rough. Bloodlust. Crafting. Decent crafter. Okay. We'll get our Mechanator. I think if we play this right, we may be able to tie them up in a fight. Let me have a think. We're going to get these guys in here now. Draft. LMG. And then get our two Militaurs. Group 1. Need you all to draft, please. So we're going to get our Militaurs. We're going to put them on either side of this. Let them come into the town. We're going to use these as a block. We're going to leave this door open, so that they've got a ready access. Now, how NPC aggression kind of works is that they go for the table, however they might go for the boomerlope, which could be rough. Oh god, where'd they go? They're over there. Normally if the LMG had much better range, I would start taking pot shots. That's heavy SMG, so it's actually not that good. Assault rifles got a much longer range. And we'll put all of our animals somewhere safe. We can't move the boomerlope. Zone. Expand. More animals. We want to try and keep Cobra Kai safe. Go to safe, please. And there it is. Normally I would wait a little bit, but they're pretty close to the base. No on my lot. It might be worth rebuilding that. That would be sick. We've got an Ancient Danger there. We really should get some turrets going. Okay, here we go. We'll keep the Militaurs ready. Here they come. Good job, good job, good job. He's going to walk straight in there. Beautiful. We'll get him to the back. We'll move him forward, so he can shoot. Clean sweeper, no! Go there. Beautiful. We'll use these as a block. One's down. Ooh, Luciferian, nice. Okay, Xena's coming. Get lifted to replace him. Ooh, move him back over here. There we go. Oh, dead. That's a shame. Would have liked to have caught it. Caught him. Oh yeah, too easy. Group 1. Undraft. Militor. Repair constructoid. Okay. Welcome to the colony. Synodus. Let me change it now. Philippinus. Philippus. Philippus. Let's call you Phil. There we go. Beep and Phil. I wouldn't call him a recon sniper. I don't think he's got that good a skill. Oh, there's a crazy thing you can do with Empire. I'll show you in a second. Once you start getting some technologies unlocked, like a lot of the biotechs and stuff, you can set your medical colonies to start depositing skill injectors. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'll show you what I mean. So you grab any of your colonies, we don't really need to worry too much. But say you set it to medicine. This is looking pretty basic now, but once you start getting a lot of the bionics and stuff unlocked, it'll actually unlock skill trainers. And you'll get a bunch of skill trainers as the tribute, the tithe. And that can be cracked. Actually, how much money are we making? Oh, need to accumulate some. There's a venison. Oh, because there's a freaking. Hey, we're gonna build another one. It ain't working. Yeah, nice. He gave me 1 Iltex. Thanks, buddy. Well, we know if we get any traders now. We should get mercantile. I didn't realize like how much of a gap there was with the traders. Animals. Go back to area 1. Thank you, Kai. Get out of the house. We need a research project, so that would help. We'll get prosthetic. We'll go down the bionic tree, and then I can show you more about how you can send skill trainers as a tithe, which is just so good. You can make it. Basically helps you make super soldiers. Like I can make another beep with these skill sets. And I think we should explore that option. Vaguely. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. Prosthetics unlocked. We got bionics. There's a few technologies that we need. Bionic replacements, research. Then we're going to go to settlements, go to faction, click on actions, activate research. It's unlocked because we've got a colony sending us research points. Science zone, go to the research again. Toxic filtration. I don't know if we actually need to do any of this to get that. It's looking pretty good. We'll get that unlocked anyway. And then we go, yep, settlements, action, activate research. Yeah, and it's that simple. 10,000 points remaining. Yeah, we've got a beast of a... Yeah, we've got 8,000 points remaining, research-wise. Which she's looking at stuff like this. This will get rid of 6,000 of it, so we can go straight to our colony right now. Smack, activate research. Boom, we've got marine armor. Now the great thing about this particular mod is we can actually go into our military now. We go to create units because we're going to make a new one, and we're going to call this new unit what's our colony called? We'll just call it Spec Ops. And we can give him a Prestige Marine helmet. So we can make a pretty crazy beast of a guy. We'll make a Marine. Actually, I don't really care too much about clothes. We'll just give him basic marine armor because you've got to balance how much the cost is. There's not a single colony that we can actually put this guy in. We would have to make a military colony, which is very doable. We can give this guy an Inferno Cannon, Light Charge Blaster, Needle Gun, Needle Launcher. I don't know what a Beam Grazer is. I've seen it seems to be like a mod thing that's... I can give him a Hellsphere Cannon. Okay, buddy. Let's just give him a gun, shall we? Okay, he's got a needle gun. What the hell is that? I don't know what that gun is. Toxic needle gun, thump cannon. Okay. A lot of this is kind of like, what? Yeah, a knife. Mini shotgun. Yeah, fuck it, we'll give it... can't make up my mind. I don't know what that is, but it looks sick. We'll see what happens. We will give him... Normally you want to give him like a rhino or something beastie that can tank a lot of damage. I think Thrombo's there. 6,000 points to give him an escort Thrombo. So, heat pearls are like grenades, I think. EMP grenades. The control back means machinators, I think. But yeah, give him some pants. It can just be cloth. Doesn't need to be too much. And so this guy is Spec Ops. I would need a colony just to get one of these guys running with 5,000 military points. So you can make as many of these as you like. You can't actually deploy them until your colonies are bigger anyway. So that's a really good balancing thing. Export unit. And then, of course, you can... Now, what was the unit? Let me just have a look at the unit. Spec Ops sits at about 4,000. So we will create a squad, a new squad. The Spec Ops. And call it Legion, and then the point. The amount of points it is. We're going to need a colony of at least 5,000 to get this. Legion 5,000. And export squad. Now normally what I'd do is I'd go into the colonies. And one of those colonies is actually, like, I normally pick the power colony, the one that's generating power. Oh, okay, we've got actually 2 colonies here with like a full thing. Okay, let's go here. Oh, that's really good. That is a really solid, that's a 3.5? That's 3.25, I think. That's really good. Tropical Swamp. This looks like the medical one. 400, and then we could turn that into a tithe if we wanted to, but yeah. But as you can, like, most of you have played Rimworld, if you're getting like a tithe of like 3 to 4 bionic spines, like you're making a lot of money with that. But you can turn it all off and you can control exactly what turns up. Detoxify a kidney. We won't need any of that just yet. We'll put it on money for a bit. and medicine. We'll just keep it an apothecary. And yeah, there we go. And then Ulium C is actually kind of singing out to me as a potentially military biome. And that's power that'll be generated. Power. And we'll put a battery power station. But the next thing we'll do is actually something that increases its military capacity. Adventurers Guild, because that increases military. Adventurers Guild. Oh, yeah. What? I don't think I did. Oh, and then there's a militia, a town militia you can put in place. There we go. So this will jump this up, and so you'll end up with like a 5,000 there, and then we can drop a marine on any of the other colonies with it. And so it's really good. What's that? Production efficiency. Oh, that's cool. Just noticed that. Now, how we make the power thing work is we go to power right now. And we can create a faction generator. And this will literally take the power that you've got building. Goods received. From what? Charge lance. Nice. We'll give that to the only guy who can shoot. Nothing like a few more guns. Oh, we need to make some subcores. Bills. I'll keep it at about 5. And then we'll get our 4 Militors. I want to keep one of these sports cars. Let me just check. This is closer to a base, so we'll keep that one. We'll deconstruct all of these. And yes, there is a mod involved. These will actually deconstruct into car bits, which is something I thought should have always been a part of the mod. But I understand why they didn't do it, because car parts could actually be a great way of making money. So you don't really want to overbalance the game. Overbalance? What am I talking? Break the game. Get them. mining going. Let me have a look at these. Off-road Jeep's pretty solid for our military, maybe. And we've got a siege pod, so we might actually keep him as well. Because there's certain vehicles you can't actually build just out of nowhere. You actually have to go and find them. And I'm pretty sure that off-road Jeep is one of them. I might be wrong. But I definitely know the supercar wreck. To make a supercar, you actually need to find one. So this is going to be where we repair the supercar. What colour is your Lambo? Well, I don't know if it's a Lambo, but it's kind of like an off cream. Okay, yeah. This really is like the definition of shut up and take my money. Now, to give some context, if you think any of the mods you have are just a little too overpowered, please understand that Empire actually has a lot of very expensive things that are a part of the whole Empire situation. But you could set up a bunch of base colonies and just like pump the resources in and, you know, basically break it for yourself. So what you do is you can go to the options, come down to mod options, find Empire, and then you've got all of your moderators, your modifiers in here. And you can just turn things off. And that's all available to you. If you think it's becoming a little too crazy, you can just turn it right down, slow it all down if you so like. And you can do that with most mods. Most mods have a bunch of other stuff you can look at. Notice I didn't tick that one. No. Now I tend to just run. Okay. I tend to just run off whatever turns up. I don't really change the settings too much. What? Huh. Cool. Now already just like playing with these mods for a bit, like there's a few ones that I would probably get rid of. Echoes of the Rim I didn't find to be that interesting as of yet. That one I need to get rid of because it balances their mood too much. Not that I'm saying that they would be with each other, but it creates a number of options that just buff the crap out. It's like having multiple sanguine guys with like a psycast that broadcasts their sanguine effect. Makes it very hard for them to have a break, a mental break, which can be a lot of what Rimworld is. Why haven't we got chairs yet? Is that me? Yeah, it's me. That's a me thing. Boom, boom. We should actually start doing this as well. Just waiting for some cloth. We have a banging rec room. Do. Trying to think about what triggered. This just has the LTEX gear. Now, you know, got a bunch of vehicles we can unlock. So what we would do is we'd work our way to complex vehicles, and then we would have a supercar. Ah, what? You'd have to find it. There's the off-road Jeep. Yeah. unlock all of it. Oh yeah, this makes the big boys, the super weapons. Super weapons. We might make a, I've made this one, the Avenger Heavy Hello. So good. It's like a big shuttle that you can send to act as your transport. And then you can make a big tank as well. Oh yeah, we should do this actually. Unlock all of this. Do. But we've got about 10 minutes left of this episode. That's looking pretty good. Fires have stopped. Might start working on some vehicles and some cars. We fought off the Empire, got our first colonist. Some trading that needs to be done. Ooh, second colonist. She is Phil's mother, oh dear. Plants, well, we've got to accept him because he'd be mad otherwise. Okay. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, no, okay, she's a good farmer. Good social. Perfect. That was our weakness. Pretty average with the weapons, but that's not a problem. Staggeringly ugly. That's unfortunate. We can get her an aesthetic nose and cancel out that if we wanted to. Dislikes men. Probably counteract that with maybe anything raw charisma, I think, kind of, because she's going to be starting fights, so you want to try and, like, counteract that. Chemical interest is always, like, a dark horse of a problem. You don't realize until, you know, she gets excited and she, like, sneaks some luciferium, and then suddenly we're in a lot of trouble, which we actually do have in the colony. It's why I sell the drugs, because it cancels chemical interest if there is no drugs around. Now you can absolutely set it up in such a way as to manage that. So it's healthy and safe, but too much work. There we go. Got another mechanator. Keep working on it. Too easy. And now we've got 4 mechanators, we've got Phil, and we've got D. So we've got plenty of guns. Phil D's nuts. Oh, we should call him nuts. No. We're not going to do that. Do. What I'm currently looking for is the LMG. Beautiful. Does D have a gun? SMG. SMG is really good for, like, low shooting skills, but we'll get it with the LMG. It's just a bigger version of an SMG, in my opinion. If her bullets do hit, they hit harder. More money! Oh, bugger. Forgot to research. I might actually get a mod that just, like, randomly unlocks research. I think that would be really good in combination with the science one, and then it would just keep unlocking random texts over and over again. Let me have a look. Medicine production, maybe. And then we can literally just go to the colony and actions, activate research, boom, and then research screen. Really? Is that all it took? Moisture pump, precision, very strong. So I suppose if I was to balancing this particular mod out, it would almost be better to break up the research. They're already kind of doing it. There's a trait that they have that actually makes all of the colonies generate research, but it's almost worth getting rid of it as its own thing and just falling back on it being a bonus of being a higher level. colony, which gives you an incentive to level up the colonies, other than, you know, it produces more money, more workers, and such, which is all really good. Don't believe that I don't think that, but I don't know, it's just like moving the balancing around a little bit. Like, it could be argued even these storage containers kind of are ruining a certain aspect of it, but the problem is with vanilla general bases is you just end up with like a giant warehouse trying to like find places for everything. And this is just a little bit cleaner. Like would be huge if it was vanilla storage. Nightmare to run. Rightio. Got more cotton coming in. That's looking good. Another mod I might add is there was this really nice beautification mod that I've been seeing some of the ones who upload YouTube videos use. I have seen and used that mod in the past. It really makes it a little more aesthetic. But I kind of like that it has like a very grungy, almost like fringe, basically a Rimworld aesthetic, whereas it's all a little bit grungy and realistic and not fantasy. If we did it to a medieval fantasy playthrough, 100% put it in there because it's supernatural, it's about magic, etc, etc. Now, let's have a quick look at our settlements. Colonies, sorry. Yeah, no workers free. Now, I think it's Ulam I've got on the military. Yeah, there it is. So just to explain the point before about how militaries work. Go to the designate squads. Now that's a brand new colony, but it's already got the highest squad cost. You see? And I'm actually pretty sure we can set our Marine to the Ulium Confederacy. So we go to set squad, Legion 5000, bang. And that means if any of our other colonies get attacked, we can deploy this squad into their colony and they've got a full Marine with a gun and a rhino protecting that colony instead. Now, clearly based on the size of the actual menu, we go to the colonies. Military, designate, create squads, kind of just a new squad for the moment. Like the amount of spots they have, you can actually have like a really strong army defending each town. It's a really good situation. I know the mod creators for Empire have actually been working on like manual defense, like you would actually step in and defend it yourself, which is a cool event if you balance it right. I know I'm talking about balance all the bloody time, but oh, Jade, because you don't want to get spammed with too many messages. Another thing it would be really good is that tribute message that pops up all the time. I don't think we need to see all of it as separate messages. It would be good if it was just a single message, one a day, with like a kind of single page of information. Talking about the game and I get distracted by the game. How could I? I'll clear out all the rest of these, like just the more smaller resources. We really don't need steel for a while. Yeah, we're looking good for steel. How are we looking for components? Oh my god, bonkers. 500 components. 3 people in a colony, by the way. So yeah, definitely pay attention to your experience. It just means we can build a lot of things. Gear, equipment. The other thing is specialized limbs. Shields. How big is my colony? Is my faction? That would be crazy. I've got 2 traits I can unlock? My god. Mercantile is going to send a trade caravan to us, so we're 100% going to pick that up. And then we're going to 100% put... What does Innovative do? Oh, nice. So Innovative is kind of what I think, like, should you just be a part of, like, the level. Now you can do road builders. I don't think I ever really used it. And sometimes one of your colonies will get like give you a massive boost. Okay, that's also a good one. Yeah, we'll put it onto that. Industrious and mercantile. And this should give us a research. So many components. Let's go to our settlement. It's given us all of the components. Unium. Brother. We can set him on plasteel if we want a bunch of stone. Get tons of stone. Get it onto just gold, you know? Make things out of solid gold. You know what? You know what? Yeah, I think I will. Bring me the money. Now, another trick I was watching in one of the videos is, I think it's from Amphibious, his name was. If you want to just improve the quality of the room, you just grab a golden wall, put it in the corners, and then both of these rooms will get a like a massive boost to their impressiveness. And it can be a good way to do, a very efficient way to make sure they love their rooms, especially in it. I would see it as more of like an end game thing. I also think aesthetically it's quite cool, and it gives a use for gold more so than just, you know, setting up one of those, or, you know, maybe making a flex set or crown or something. So it's good that I think gold's used a little bit in computing, so maybe, you know, even the vanilla game could start adding gold to some of the later equipments. That could be a thing. 2, 3, bugger it, let's do it. Make it look cool. So that alone, 50, 100, 150, 200, yeah, so about 400 gold. And we have, let it play. My brain's not working. So we can make that. We'll see what they think of their rooms once it's built. Beep, brother. Oh, he's too busy. Too busy building. There he is. Work. Put him on max construction. Draft on draft. So there you go. Crazy level of beauty there. We'll go to a room without it. 0.04. 3.3. Easy money. I was like thinking, oh, our settlement's in danger. Horsepower is 2. So this one we can do, we can send a defending force right now. Oh. Did it do that? Oh, is it because they're not connected by roads? Oh, change defending force. I'm dumb. Mill 2, mill 2. Wait, they're not attacking the military colony, are they? That would be wild. What are you doing, brother? Action, military. Yeah, they are. They're attacking Helium. I'm not going to be too worried. He's already got a mercenary on him. Not too worried about that one. What to do with this room? Could make it the butcher room, I suppose. So we get a speed boost rather than having it in the freezer. There we go. We'll see what the last tribute will be, and then we'll call it for this episode. And so far it's been looking really good. Whatever I did last time to change it for YouTube seems to be working extra well. Well, according to OBS, we'll find out when I watch the recording. Shields unlocked. See how it's not working? That's another thing for the thing. It's not listening to the attack spot. It's all good. Drop pods can be a little rough. So that was at least another 100 gold. Yeah, it's probably another 500 gold a day. A couple of days, every 2 days. Which is huge. Oh no! D! How could you? We gave you an LMG and everything. Where's our Militors? The Militors are going to mess her up. Militors say, what? What? Attacking your own son. Oh my god. He's lighting my thing on fire. Oh my god. So the downside to a Militor is that unless he's around, they can't move. I can't control them. Out of command range. So, Militors, jump in. We are in the command range. And then this is another one. Draft. Okay. I'm going to call that temporary insanity because having family members actually gives you like a massive passive buff to them, so which gives them a massive resistance to mental breaks. Thank you, Militors. You may go. It's nothing personal. It's not like she will betray over and over again. She's now basically just a free colonist, now that you've managed to defeat her. Okay, capture. And it is always a good idea to put Warden at one because sometimes they don't feed them, which is never great. Or process D. Yeah, didn't think Ulium was going to have a problem. Sometimes you get like a crazy high victory and it will reset the military so it can be used to defend again. Rightio. Well, with that, settlement upgrade. This is where we are. We're looking good, looking rich, looking fly. And I will see you in the next one. Just to make this weird, there had to be something. I can't actually see the stop recording button. 1 second. Okay, see you later.